Disease X is something that I've been thinking about or working on since around 2018 or so, when it became clear that pandemic preparedness was really stultified in the sense that people were mostly only focusing on influenza. And it became clear that we needed a better way to think about what could be unknown threats that might cause a pandemic that weren't on anybody's list, that weren't something that had already been characterized. So Disease X sort of evolved as a placeholder concept to think about the unknown unknown, to start to develop preparedness plans that would be agnostic to what pathogen might cause a future pandemic. So I think it's likely to be a respiratory virus. And it may be zoonotic. There are many respiratory viruses that circulate in animals, particularly mammals, that could develop the ability to spread efficiently in humans, but it might not necessarily be from an animal. It could be one of the other viruses that infect humans develops or evolves new characteristics or qualities to be able to spread, or a human virus could recombine with an animal virus. So zoonoses are important, and people are studying infections that occur from animals to humans and studying animal health to see what's making animals sick, especially mammals that are very similar genetically to humans. But I don't know that we can say for sure, but I think zoonotic risks are very high on the list. We think that they would emerge in places that there's a lot of human-animal interface, but it doesn't necessarily always mean that, because if you look at the pandemic that occurred before COVID-19, the last pandemic, it was 2009 H1N1, and that emerged from Mexico, which was not on anybody's list of a place where a pandemic pathogen might emerge. They could appear anywhere in the world. It's not always going to be in hotspots in Africa and Asia where there's high levels of biodiversity. I think that because Disease X is most likely to be a respiratory virus, it's going to impact the respiratory system much more prominently. So yes, pneumonias, upper respiratory infections, those are going to be the types of syndrome clusters that you would see. It's likely to present in some country with a cluster of unexplained pneumonia cases, just like COVID did. So it's very important for countries to have the ability to diagnose pneumonia, to understand what's causing people to be sick with pneumonia or respiratory illnesses. So that's going to be part of the early warning system, is that we can't allow undiagnosed syndromes to fester.